Okay, so my little tutorial today here, we're working with a web server, and we're going to accomplish the following tasks here. One, we're going to create a little text file, and we'll introduce the idea of a text editor. All right, and a text editor is just like a word processor, except it's used by developers, and one of the major differences is it only saves files as text. There's no formatting. All right, so we'll use our text editor in a Windows operating system. It's Notepad. After that, we'll take the text file, we'll copy it up to a web server using the Secure Shell Protocol, SSH, and port 22. And then finally, once we're able to copy that up there, we will display a text file using our web browser and HTTP protocol. All right, so let me get started. First, I'm going to delete everything we just wrote up there. And I'm going to create a new text file. All right, and simple text file. I'm going to put my name. I'll put the class, CSCI105, and I'll put the date in. So, okay, let me save that. And I'll just save it to my desktop. Nice easy place where I can pull this up. And I'm just going to give this the name file1. And I'll just make sure it's a text file. Alright, hit save. Boom, we're done. I'm going to close that up now. Alright, so one of the exercises that you'll need to do is to get a tool to move files back and forth. For this class, we're recommending an open source tool. Here I'm going to demonstrate how to use FileZilla. I've left instructions on where to download this from. I would encourage you to go ahead and investigate the Portable Apps website. Portable apps are great because you don't need to really do an installation. You can just copy them, you download them. There's an exe file that you uncompress, and once they're uncompressed, you can just copy them over to your USB drive or run them off your desktop and take them with you if they're on a USB drive. Alright, so I got this file, and if you look at the way that the screen's set up here in FileZilla, I have my local site, okay, which will be my in this case, my desktop or my home system here. Over here I have my remote site, and that'll be where my web server is, okay, or whatever remote server I have. So my host name for our particular address, we need to put a URL in for that, or actually just a domain name. So I'm going to say it goes to students.cte.umt.edu, okay. And that's our website, University of Montana, for our students at the College of Technology. You'll need to put in your net ID here. Mine's going to be a little different, set up just slightly different than you. Your password that goes along with your net ID. Whoop, I hit enter here a little too quickly. And then we want to connect using port 22, all right, which is the port for secure shells. All right, and I hit the quick connect. And I get some messages up here, and it says, well, its status, it resolved the address to, remember we talked about name resolution? Okay, so it said it resolved. Let me go back up here. Well, it's going to make me answer this. It says the server's host key is unknown. Do you really want to authenticate? And my answer is going to be yes. I can trust this. All right, let me go back up here. If you can read this as this is going through its process here. A lot of things just took place there, and it just update them here, okay? So it, what we had up here, okay? So resolve the address. See, it says resolving an address. Remember name resolution and DNS? That's what took place there. So it opened a connection. And to cut to the chase here, coming down here, here's my local site. Here is my remote site, which is where my student web server is. And here's my account on it. Mine sits under an account called faculty, and then it's my, whatever my username is. Here it's my first dot last name. Yours is going to be your net ID. And then yours is going to be found under a folder called student. Make sense? Alright, so I'm going to take, I already have a file1 over here, so I'm going to delete that because I've done this in an earlier exercise. And we'll say goodbye to that one. Alright, and I'm going to navigate my directory over here. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to go find, whoops, I hit users. Excuse me here. Let me do that again. I'll hit my desktop. And I'll go find that file. And I got a lot of other folders on my desktop here. But I got one here. It's called File1. There it is. And then I'm going to move it over to over here. Okay, so I can do a drop and drag if that's what I want to do. And it connects, and it opens up the connection, moves it over, and I get a confirmation somewhere along here that it's done. Okay, so I can see it here in this pane here that it's been moved over, and for time being, I'm going to minimize that now. All right. So URL again for student web server. I'm going to use the HTTP protocol here. My web browser drops that, but we'll use it anyways. Okay. students.ct.umt.edu. Okay, so we got protocol, we have the domain name, right? And then the last thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and put in the folder where that's found. I believe mine's under faculty. Yours is going to be under student. And then using my net ID, file1.txt. See if that's correct there. Okay. Wow, there it is. Okay, and again, look at my path here, and my Firefox web browser does drop the protocol here, but you'll see that my domain name is here. In fact, let me make this a little bigger. My domain name is here. My path, my folder path, it's sitting under a folder called faculty, and in my account's underneath there as my user authentication name. And then here's the file that I copied over.